This is the Al Qadir Trust case, where it is alleged that he siphoned off what was public money meant for a public trust that was siphoned off by Imran Khan and his associates. The Pakistani Rangers have taken him into custody, so which means he will go into federal custody, not in the custody of the Lahore police or the Islamabad police. In this case, he was arrested outside the Islamabad High Court, is what we're given to understand. So in a sense, the wheel comes full circle because Nawaz Sharif, when he was arrested, said that this is being done at the behest of Imran Khan by the NAB court, and that there were no charges that merited this kind of action. And now Imran Khan has been arrested similarly on the orders of another NAB court. So clearly, I think in a sense, politics in Pakistan is coming full circle, but you can expect Imran Khan to milk this issue politically because he feels this is the chance for him to sort of strike the iron when it's hot. He realizes that this will help not just rally the PTI and his supporters, but also in the eyes of the general public, this will give him the sympathy factor, which might be that X factor that is required for him to cross the halfway mark and to emerge with a majority in the presidential elections, in the parliamentary elections, as and when they're declared. They're supposed to happen as per due date. It's supposed to happen in July, August of 2023. But given the economic situation in Pakistan and given also this political fluidity that we're seeing, I don't think it'll happen in July and August. It might get pushed to October or possibly even later than that.
The first visuals from outside the Islamabad High Court, where there was a huge ruckus. There are also reports that lawyers of Imran Khan were badly injured outside the High Court. This is the Al Qadir Trust case in which I believe the arrest has been ordered. These are initial details which are emerging. We'll continue updating you about all the developments which are happening. I want to cut across to Kamar Chima, the park analyst who's joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Chima, good afternoon. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Developments coming in outside the Islamabad High Court. Imran Khan has been taken into Rangers custody, and this is likely to have a political fallout as well.
Yes, I think it's been more than a year when Imran Khan was facing a lot of legal charges in the courts. But today, this is a different development where the Pakistan Rangers, which is, you may say, some sort of an institution that belongs to the military, they took over Imran Khan, they arrested him, and they took over his car, as for what we were saying. So it seems that his arrest was on the cards for long. The police tried to do that for many times before, but just today in the morning when he was leaving for the court, he targeted the Pakistani military and he asked the DGISPR that you believe that I'm lying, but I'm not lying. My statement, my version is correct, and you need to hold your own military officers accountable. But remember, the charges against Imran Khan, they have been pending for long, and the courts couldn't. The courts were giving them bail, and the opposition parties in Pakistan were time and again alleging the top courts and the low courts, they are giving a preferential treatment to Imran Khan, knowing his popularity.
Mr. Chima, I want you to stay with us on the broadcast. Just putting these visuals into context, they're coming from outside the Islamabad High Court. There was huge drama that unfolded there. You can see the heavy security deployment, which has been outside the Islamabad High Court ever since it was given the order that Imran Khan is going to be in custody of Pakistan Rangers. This is the kind of chaos that unfolded there. You see those visuals. There were lawyers who were allegedly attacked. These videos have emerged. We are putting them out for you first here on CNN News 18. But look at the chaos, look at the violent scenes that erupted, and on the expected lines, we have seen this kind of violence emerge on the streets, especially between the party workers and the police authorities. Each time there has been an attempt to arrest Imran Khan. There are dozens of cases against him. This pertains to the Al Qadir Trust case. Rangers have arrested Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf chairperson Imran Khan from the Islamabad High Court. That's where he deposed today. And in the morning, he had issued certain critical statements against Pakistani army, not for the first time. Mr. Kamar Chima, I'm coming to you. The timing of it clearly raises many questions. He had made certain statements, and as I reiterate, not for the first time, against Pakistani army, and now he's taken into custody.
Well, obviously, his remarks in the morning were that just yesterday, the Inter-Services Public Relations issued a press release saying that Imran Khan is leveling charges against Pakistani military, which is unfounded. They are not acceptable. He's demonizing the military. He's trying to bring down the morale of the forces, and he's leveling the charges against the military. So in reality, Imran Khan was trying to be very brave by asserting against the military this morning, and his supporters were very happy that Imran Khan has replied back to the military, and they were just getting the momentum. But this is an unprecedented. The Rangers, the way they took away Imran Khan.
Yeah.
Normally Imran Khan comes with a lot of public when he appears into the courts. But today there was no public with him. There was no supporters of Imran Khan with him. And if you can see the car, they took him in the car. The car belongs to Imran Khan, and it was a bomb-proof car. And they believe that
Yeah.
that's the only way to take away him.
All right, Mr. Kamar Shima, stay with us on the broadcast. Mr. Ashok Sajjanar is also joining us on the broadcast. Zakir Jacob also continues to be with us on the show. Mr. Sajjanar, first a word from you. How do you see the developments coming in from Pakistan? Imran Khan has been arrested.
Yeah, very difficult times for Pakistan. You know, one couldn't have really thought that times could become even more difficult than what they were. You know, what with the internal different disturbances, the internal violence, protests that was happening, with the economic problems that the country has been facing, shortages even of the essential food items that the country has been facing, in terms of the fact that economy has been going down south,
Right.
production, exports really grinding to a halt. And in addition to that, there has also been the constitutional crisis that the country has been witnessing. So one couldn't really have thought that things could become any worse.
Okay.
But Pakistan has a habit of surprising every one of us, like
in the worst,
just
in
to
the
give
in the
another,
worst possible manner. In the worst possible manner. Sir, please continue to stay with us on the broadcast. Zaka, I'm coming back to you. You raised an interesting point about Nawaz Sharif and how, in some way, this is a time has come a full circle. The role of judiciary vis-a-vis the political developments which are happening has been very critical in most South Asian countries, as you pointed out, including the country of Pakistan. What kind of role judiciary has played earlier? And in all these developments, this court cases against him, his eventual arrest, how do you see this really playing out, and what does the history tell us?
So this is the Al-Qadir Trust case.
Yeah.
There was about 450 acres of land that was procured by one of the biggest real estate companies in Pakistan, run by a gentleman named Malik Riaz. Malik Riaz runs one of the biggest real estate companies in Pakistan. He's a very close friend, reportedly, of Imran Khan. And the accusation that's made against Imran Khan, incidentally, his wife, Bushra Bibi, is also one of the trustees of the Al-Qadir Trust. And apparently she's also one of the accused named in this. The accusation made against Imran Khan is that while he was in power, he waived off some foreign remittances that came into the Al-Qadir Trust to build this university. Land was provided at very cheap rates. The foreign remittances came from a dodgy enterprise in Britain, and there were kickbacks given to the tune of 50 billion Pakistani rupees to Imran Khan, to his party, as well as to his close associates, to waive off some of the conditions that were there for these foreign remittances. Malik Riaz is also one of the accused persons in the Al-Qadir Trust case. Now, the interesting part is, after the land was given to this trust to build a university there, and Imran Khan is on record in a number of public speeches that this is his dream university, nothing has really come up there. It is still an empty shell of a land, if you will. There is no major construction. There is no major, college premises or university premises that's come up there. So this has been sought to be made as a case of corruption by the National Accountability Bureau. You know, the NAB in Pakistan is the premier agency that deals with corruption cases of politicians. If you go back, like I said, 5 years ago, it was an NAB court that convicted Nawaz Sharif, and eventually he had to step down as Prime Minister. Now, once again, it's an NAB court that has allowed the arrest of Imran Khan. He's been arrested by the Pakistani Rangers, so he's going to be in federal custody. He will have to be produced in court in the next 24 hours. Meanwhile, I'm also given to understand that the Chief Justice of the Islamabad High Court has sent a notice to the Chief Secretary as well as other officials asking for a report on these current developments, because as you're showing in those pictures, there were chaotic scenes outside the Islamabad High Court today as the Rangers tried to arrest Imran Khan. There was a clash that happened between the Rangers and Imran Khan's supporters. But like I said, that's just the legal part. Ultimately, I think this is going to get settled in the political court, and also this sort of tense relationship between the army and the political class. Imran Khan has not pulled back any punches on the army. And unless he can patch up with the army in some form, I don't see how he will be allowed to contest in a free and fair election, if at all one were to happen in the next few months in Pakistan. Also, the PMLN, the ruling party, and the PPP, who are in an alliance, they want to see the back of Imran Khan. Because, like I said, if there were to be a free and fair election in Pakistan, as things stand today, Imran Khan will, by a distance, if not outright win that election, but certainly emerge as the single largest party. So they have a political interest, a vested interest, if you will, both the PMLN and the PPP, in ensuring that they see the back of Imran Khan. And Imran Khan, as you would expect, is going to raise the drama quotient on this. He is going to make a huge noise around this, and he's going to play the victim card, because he realizes that this could be a reason for his supporters, his voters, his cadre of the PTI to sort of rally around him. So you are going to see an enhanced sort of drama quotient around this story over the next few days.
Mr. Qamar Cheema, I'm coming back to you. What do you expect in the next few hours from now, in the sense of the political drama that my colleague was also pointing out, that could pan out on the streets of Pakistan? Do you see the party mobilizing its cadres and its supporters? We could have mass, protests across the country. There's already huge resentment when it comes to political and economic instability within the country of Pakistan. Mr. Cheema.
Well, this is a very interesting development in a case, because Imran Khan's strength is public. Imran Khan's strength is that he has been getting massive public support, one thing. Secondly, the military that has come forward in terms of isolating Imran Khan has failed to do so in the past 1 year, because no political opponent, no politician who was with Imran Khan left Imran Khan. The third thing is that his arrest depends that whether what is a public reaction. If there is a massive public reaction in the country, people are on the roads, if they show the leadership, because the problem with Imran Khan's party is that there is no number two in the party. It's Imran Khan is number one, Imran Khan is number two, and Imran Khan is number three. So he has deliberately not let anyone to be number two in his party. So who will sustain this? How these protests will sustain? Who will face the state police? Who will face all that, the wrath of the government? That's a very interesting point. So far, the youth have been helping Imran Khan in being popular. Yes, they can build a narrative on the social media. They can build a narrative on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and everything. There will be people supporting Imran Khan. But if his supporters can sustain on roads, they can protest for long. That's a very, very that is going to help. That is going to be seen in next few hours. But the important thing is that since he has been taken by Rangers, there are very less chances that he will be released very early. Had it been taken by the police, it would have been a different situation.
Yeah, it's a federal custody, as you point out, Mr. Cheema. Mr. Ashok Sajjanar, my colleague Siddhant, and I believe Abhishek Jha is also with us on the broadcast. Mr. Sajjanar, I'm coming to you, and if I were to go back to the episode of Nawaz Sharif and the kind of role judiciary is likely to play in this political stalemate of sorts. Yes, there are dozens of cases, but the main fallout of this is going to be political. How do you see this really panning out? And as Mr. Cheema points out, it's very unlikely that he's going to be released on bail anytime soon. I'm talking about Mr. Imran Khan. Mr. Sajjanar.
Yeah, that's very right. I don't also think that, once the establishment, the army, the government has got their hands on Imran Khan, that they are going to let go of him in any hurry at all. And of course, we've been seeing that Imran Khan, over the last 1 year, he's done everything possible to arraign both the army, the ISI, the intelligence, as also the establishment against him, in terms of the statements that he has come out with against the army, against the establishment, against the deep state, as also against criticizing the Prime Minister for going to London, the Foreign Minister for coming to India. He has, as far as the establishment is concerned, he has burnt all his bridges. So I don't see that he is going to come out of the prison in a hurry. Now, we have seen that when in the past there have been attempts to arrest him, there have been all these people, all his supporters who have come out onto the streets protesting against it. And I can foresee that even without a second rung leadership in his party, in the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, that there will be people, they will be marshaled onto the roads by the likes of Shah Mahmood Qureshi and all the others, because I'm sure they would also like to show their loyalty to Imran Khan. So definitely this is going to happen. Now, as far as Nawaz Sharif's case is concerned, very interesting, because it was against Nawaz Sharif that the courts had come, that the NAB had come and pronounced him that he is not fit to fight elections because of all the properties that he had amassed in London and in the United Kingdom. So the NAB could try and do something like this, because we've seen that the army, that the judiciary, at least the NAB and the government, are all of them standing firm against Imran Khan, as was the case against Nawaz Sharif.
As was the case against Nawaz Sharif, and let's see how this plays out. Apart from the legal battle, of course, this is going to be a political battle as well. Let me quickly check if my colleague Abhishek Jha and Siddhant are with us on the broadcast. Abhishek, coming to you first, this is the Al-Qadir University case, and the allegations are of large-scale corruption here. Siddhant is also joining us on the broadcast. Siddhant, just a brief backgrounder of the key cases which are there against Imran Khan right now. These are some visuals of the scuffle that we are getting, cutting across to some latest visuals that we are getting at this point in time. Let's try and have a look at that.
खान को पकड़ रहे हैं, रेंजर वालों ने हमला कर दिया है। रेंजर आ गई है, इमरान खान को पकड़ने के लिए मार रही है। ये देखिए इमरान खान अंदर बैठे हैं। खान को पकड़ रहे हैं, रेंजर वालों ने हमला कर दिया है।
Coming in from the High Court, I want to cut across to Kamar Chima as well, who's with us on the broadcast. Mr. Chima, these are dramatic visuals, dramatic scenes that unfolded at the Islamabad High Court despite heavy security. What does one make of it? And if this is the spectacle when he's arrested, one wonders what will be the fallout of this. We could see large-scale protests across the country, something that we have seen earlier as well.
These are very important and horrifying scenes, because Imran Khan, being the most popular leader in the country, who has challenged the military and challenged the other political class, and he was the one who blamed the Americans for the interference in the country, that his government was removed. And since last 1 year, we have seen political uncertainty, we have seen financial uncertainty. Pakistan is not having even the IMF program yet, and at the large scale, we have seen inflation rate that has reached more than 30% because of all this political crisis in the country. The Supreme Court has been asking the politicians to sit together to finalize the date, and Imran Khan's only desire is that the national elections to be earlier than October, so that there is a political calm in the country. But in reality, Imran Khan has failed. All options have failed. All options of Imran Khan has failed. And the challenge for Imran Khan was the public was supporting him, but the public was not coming on the roads. That was a problem for him. If today there are elections, there is a strong chances that he will win the elections. But when Imran Khan asked the people to come on the roads in large number and stay on roads for a few days to pressurize
But Mr. Chima, can Pakistan really afford another disgruntlement or public protest of this nature? I'm sure you're living through it, the economic dire circumstances of the country, the political situation right now, the kind of debt under which Pakistan is almost getting buried. These are all already very difficult circumstances, and on top of it, if you have the party workers coming outside and protesting, it's just going to get worse for the country.
Well, I think that's the problem. But we have to see that for how long the political party of Imran Khan can sustain these protests? That's the question, because in the history is seen that his people have not come on roads. One thing. Secondly, the scenes tell that this is not an ordinary arrest. The scenes tell that the state has come with the full power to get him, and for this, because they believe that he has been creating an anarchy and he has brought a division between the army and the public. Remember, the Pakistan military, they have been time and again telling him that do not try to create this wedge between military and the masses. So it seems that, as I mentioned earlier, just yesterday ISPR released press conference. Today morning Imran Khan gave a response to the ISPR, and this arrest tells that this is where the state of Pakistan and the Pakistani military, they are of the view that there is a possibility that further wedge will be created if Imran Khan
this is also a statement and testament of crumbling democracy, if any of it is left in Pakistan, as to how picking up a fight with army means your political doom and end. You have Imran Khan, who's digging his heels, and he continues to assert himself as the leader. Time will tell what will happen. Mr. Sajjanar, I'm coming to you. What does the history tell us? The kind of moves that Imran Khan has made, he's not pulled back any kind of punches. He made a statement in the morning as well. If you were to look at the contemporary political history, what does it tell us about what the fate of Imran Khan can be? He's already survived an assassination attempt.
Yeah, you're very right. I think that is what the government has been banking on, that once he's put behind bars, then the protests in favor of Imran Khan by his party, by the youth, by his supporters and the political leaders, that they will slowly and gradually, they will die down, that they will peter away. I think that is the fond hope that they have been working on, and that is why there were all these attempts also to arrest Imran Khan in the past, and all of them came a cropper. They were not able to do that. But now they have been able to do that. Now they have been successful. They will put him behind bars and try to use all the muscle, all the force at their disposal to ensure that the protests, if they take place, they are kept under control, and slowly and gradually, the force of the law is brought to the bear upon these protesters, upon these demonstrations, so that they die down very quickly. And if the government and the army is able to restore order quickly, then I think there is some hope that there will be peace and quiet. But of course, the elections will definitely have to take place in October. I think we'll also have to see what the ultimate ruling of the NAB is, of the National Accountability Bureau, because it was their rulings against Nawaz Sharif which had really done him in, although he was the ruling prime minister at that time. So here, if Imran Khan is also disallowed, is also banned from contesting elections for any length of time, of course, that leaves the field quite open as far as the current ruling dispensation is concerned. But I think these are also very big question marks, very big ifs. Number one, whether the streets can be cleared quickly on time after Imran Khan's arrest, so that some sort of semblance of law and order is restored. And also what the final decision on the future of Imran Khan is going to be.
All right, sir, please stay with us on the broadcast. I'm going to play out that reaction of Imran Khan. This is what he spoke before he was arrested by the Pakistan Rangers.
इस्लामाबाद के लिए निकल रहा हूँ, फिर से मेरी अदालत में पेशियां हैं। निकलने से पहले दो बातें करना चाहता हूँ। सबसे पहले ISPR ने बयान दिया है कि इदारे की तौहीन कर दी, फौज की तौहीन कर दी, कि एक ऑफिसर का नाम ले दिया, इंटेलिजेंस ऑफिसर का, जिसने 2 दफ़ा मुझे कत्ल करने की कोशिश की। ISPR साहब, ज़रा मेरी गौर से बात सुनो। इज्जत सिर्फ एक इदारे की नहीं है, इज्जत कौम में हर शहरी की होनी चाहिए। इस वक्त कौम की सबसे बड़ी पार्टी का सरबराह हूँ। 50 साल से कौम मुझे जानती है, मुझे कोई झूठ बोलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। इस आदमी ने 2 दफ़ा मुझे कत्ल करने की कोशिश की, और जब भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन होगी मैं ये साबित करूंगा कि ये वो आदमी था और इसके साथ एक पूरा टोला है। और इसके साथ कौन है वो भी सब कौम को पता है। आज सोशल मीडिया के ज़माने में सबको पता है वो कौन है। सवाल मेरा ये है कि क्या एक मुल्क का एक्स प्राइम मिनिस्टर, क्योंकि इस आदमी का नाम आ गया, मैं अपना बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम।
All right, that was Imran Khan. That's what he spoke before he was arrested. Once again, he's taken pot shots at his political opponents, at the army establishment. And he goes on to say that all these cases against him are a political witch hunt. He's going to fight them out politically and legally. I want to play out all those visuals that came from the High Court before, during the process when Imran Khan was arrested. There was violence that was witnessed at the Islamabad High Court. Let's have a look at that. Well, that's what unfolded, the unfortunate and violent scenes from the Islamabad High Court. We are also hearing that Section 144 has been imposed in multiple parts of Islamabad after Imran Khan was arrested. This pertains to one of the cases which about a real estate establishment, a university, that Imran Khan called his dream project and he wanted to build. The allegations are that there was a fraudulent company that was set up. Allegations are of large-scale corruption, acquisition of funds and wealth, misusing a public position. That's what Imran Khan has been accused of. His former wife Bushra Bibi is also an accused in this case. There are other accused in this case, which include real estate tycoons and people who were associated with Imran Khan at that point in time. Yes, there are about a dozen odd investigations, and I'm talking about only the high-profile ones. If you look at all the cases against him, they run up to about 3 to 4 dozen cases going on in different parts of the country. But whether it's the Tosha Khana case or this particular case, it is the NAB, the premier investigating agency, which is looking at this all these high-profile cases. The visuals on your screen right now are coming from Islamabad. Stone pelting, you can see tires being burnt. There are people on the roads. Clearly, the situation in Islamabad seems to be going out of hand, and that is why the local administration has imposed Section 144 in this area. Section 144 in India and Pakistan remains the same. It's a British quote-unquote legal heritage of sorts. So Section 144 means the same as it means in India. That means 3 or more people cannot assemble. So these are the chaotic scenes that unfolded at High Court that we told you. And after that, you also had the top official from the Islamabad High Court, the judge himself, who wanted to speak to the commissioner and the security in charge as to what exactly is happening on the ground. And right now, despite Section 144 being imposed, these are some goons or perhaps the party workers who have hit the streets and are creating a ruckus. Well, the next 24 to 48 hours are going to be very critical for the country of Pakistan after the arrest of Imran Khan. He's been skirting and dodging an arrest for a while now, whether it's the Tosha Khana case when we saw there was police deployment at his residence. There was security around it. Then he got an anticipatory bail. Back and forth that happened at multiple cases, about 7 cases in which he had already secured a bail. But in this particular case, which is about the Al-Qadir case, in this case, he has been arrested. Let me check if Mr. Kamar Chima is back with us on the broadcast. Mr. Chima, these are very disturbing visuals coming in from Islamabad. Mr. Sajnar, I'm coming back to you. How critical or crucial the next 24 to 48 hours are going to be from the situation, from the law and order point of view, and keeping things under control, because they seem to be getting out of hand?
Yeah, very critical. I think extremely critical in terms, if the government is able, if the law enforcement authorities are able to control the situation right now, are able to ensure that peace and security, law and order is maintained, then I think there is some hope that they will be able to continue with this in future. If, however, they are not able to control it and there is a spontaneous upsurge, something similar to what we had seen when in the recent past, the police and the government authorities had gone to arrest Imran Khan and they were not able to do it even after several attempts. then I think it will be a lost cause for them, because then it will happen not only in Islamabad, Lahore, Karachi, Peshawar, but a large number of places, and it will become quite uncontrollable. But I think this is what the law enforcement authorities would hope to achieve, put in all their forces, all their strength, all their power on the street, send out a very strong message that no type of illegal protest, no chaotic demonstrations,
Yeah.
no violence on the roads will be tolerated. That message has to go out right now very clearly. If
Mr. Sajjanar,
the
I'm thinking
establishment
aloud and ideating aloud with you. Can Pakistan keep it all in check? The political instability, the economic crisis, the rising debt of the country, the disgruntlement, the discontent of an ordinary Pakistani, and add to that the arrest of Imran Khan, who has been getting a lot of political support in the recent past. It doesn't spell out a good political future, and I'm talking the immediate political future for Pakistan. This is an implosion of sorts.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. I think this is, the government is working against heavy odds, because that is what I had mentioned right at the beginning. You know, things are have been getting from bad to worse. If anyone had hoped or expected that Imran Khan's departure would lead to some sort of stability, whether on the economic front or the political front, I think it has been they have been, this has not proved to be correct. In fact, problems have been mounting, and Imran Khan, with all his speeches and all his very provocative statements all through, and they have been becoming sharper and shriller by the day. And today, meaning he's been taking on the army, he's been taking on the establishment, the manner in which he has taken on the ISPR also in his comments today morning. I think he seems to be getting more and more desperate, more and more frustrated, more and more extremist. And I think this is definitely going to go among his supporters also. So I quite agree with you that it is a huge task. It is a gargantuan task for the establishment to be able to get some semblance of law and order in the country. But then there is no other alternative. There is
Mr.
no
Sajjanar,
other.
stay with us on the broadcast. I'm being told that Hafizullah Niazi, who's the brother-in-law of Imran Khan, is joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Niazi, good afternoon. Thank you so much for speaking with us. The arrest of Imran Khan, what does it mean? Your first thoughts on it?
I hardly hear you. Would you please repeat it again?
Niazi साहब, मैं उम्मीद करती हूँ आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है. I hope you can hear me. Sir, Imran Khan has been arrested. Imran Khan has been arrested. What is your first reaction to this developing story, sir?
In fact, that was always in the making. I'm not surprised. That's the fact that they wanted to arrest Imran Khan since long back. Imran took the combat bar quite high. And he just raised the bar. And naturally, it was almost evident that he was going to be arrested. So it was a matter of time. And naturally, I think that the time just reached, and they already planned to arrest him.
Right.
So I think they know whatever they showed, it was the arrest warrant was issued on 1st
नियाजी
of
साहब,
May.
अगला कदम इमरान खान का क्या होना चाहिए? किस तरह के हालात हैं जो पाकिस्तान में देखने को मिल सकते हैं? क्योंकि बहुत सारा पॉलिटिकल अनरेस्ट रहा है, इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस है, इमरान खान को बहुत सारा लोगों का समर्थन भी रहा है, सपोर्ट भी रहा है. पाकिस्तान के हालात क्या इस अरेस्ट से और भी खराब हो जाएंगे, बिगड़ जाएंगे?
लेकिन मेरा अपना ख्याल है कि रिएक्शन को फोकस करना बड़ा मुश्किल है
जी,
क्योंकि मैं इमरान खान को रिप्रेजेंट नहीं करता हूँ. मेरे अपने पॉलिटिकल ओपिनियन है और मैं वेहमेंटली जो है वो उसको अपने प्रोग्राम जियो के प्रोग्राम में उसमें देता हूँ, अपने कॉलों में भी देता हूँ
जी,
और नेचुरली मेरे उसके पॉइंट में बहुत फर्क है
जी.
लेकिन प्रिडिक्ट करना बड़ा मुश्किल है कि क्या हो सकता है.
अगर मैं आपसे पाकिस्तान के एक नागरिक के तौर पर ये सवाल पूछूं तो आपका क्या विश्लेषण होगा, आपकी क्या अंडरस्टैंडिंग होगी?
demonstrate against these Department of
So what I'm trying to understand from you is, if I were to ask this to you as a citizen of Pakistan, for a common citizen of Pakistan, if Imran Khan is arrested, what does it mean?
देखिए जी, मैं अभी आपको बताया कि मैं क्या कोई भी एनालिस्ट इस वक्त प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर सकता, लेकिन दो ओकेजन थे जिसमें ये पाकिस्तान इलेक्शन हो. Either Iran was shot about a few months back, and nothing happened, in and around Pakistan. फिर उसके बाद उनको नाहिक करार दे दिया गया उसके केस का इलेक्शन कमीशन में. तो उसका भी ख्याल था कि जी बहुत रिएक्शन होगा, तो कोई रिएक्शन नहीं हुआ. ये जरूर होगा कि डेफिनेटली कुछ न कुछ थोड़े बहुत शायद वहाँ पे प्रोटेस्ट हों और वो 2-3-4 दिन लास्ट में करें, लेकिन ये कहना कि कोई बड़ा प्रोटेस्ट नहीं होगा, उसका भी लाइक ना हो, बड़ा प्रोटेस्ट नहीं हो सकता है.
जी जी, नहीं मैं समझती हूँ आप जो कह रहे हैं कि अभी इस समय प्रेडिक्ट करना काफ़ी मुश्किल है, क्योंकि हालात भी काफ़ी सेंसिटिव हैं. हाईकोर्ट, इस्लामाबाद हाईकोर्ट के अंदर और बाहर काफ़ी ड्रामा हुआ, कुछ वायलेंस भी देखा गया, झड़प भी हुई, उनके लॉयर्स को भी चोट आई है इमरान खान के. इस पूरी अरेस्ट को आप कैसे देखते हैं? क्योंकि सुबह सुबह इमरान खान जब कोर्ट के लिए निकले थे तो उसके पहले उन्होंने एक बयान दिया था और पाकिस्तानी आर्मी के लिए कुछ वो बहुत अच्छी बातें नहीं कर रहे थे. इसकी टाइमिंग के बारे में अगर आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे तो.
मैं ये तो मानता हूँ कि जी इमरान ने जिस तरीके से अटैक किया हुआ इंस्टीट्यूशन को, आर्म फोर्सेस को, और टारगेट करके, और फिर उन्होंने अनप्रेसिडेंटेड जो एक कैंपेन चलाते हैं इस्लामी पीस जो आजकल हमारे हैं उनके पानी को रुकवाने के लिए, तो इसकी कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं थी कि जो था ये होना था. अब इमरान खान से ख्याल ये होगा जो है द बेनिफिट ऑफ गोइंग वेरी वेल कि मैं जब प्रेशर दूंगा तो मेरे साथ नेगोशिएट करेंगे. मेरा ख्याल है, मेरा ख्याल नहीं, मेरा तो ये बिल्कुल जिसको कंसिडर्ड ओपिनियन है कि पाकिस्तानी फौज को आप जो है प्रेशर में ला के उससे बात नहीं कर सकते. इसके अंदर ये दो ओपिनियन हुई हैं. जबकि इमरान खान है ना, यू लिव बाय द स्वॉर्ड, यू डाई बाय द स्वॉर्ड. जब आप इंस्टीट्यूशन को यूज करके इक़्तिदार में आए हो, इनफैक्ट आप उसको स्ट्रेंथन कर गए थे. अब आपको जब उस इंस्टीट्यूशन के साथ शिकायत नहीं है, ये जरूर अच्छा हुआ कि उनको पब्लिक के अंदर बहुत अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स मिला. और ये पाकिस्तान के अंदर जिसने भी कभी
तो मैं जितना आपको समझ पाई हूँ, आपका कहना है कि कहीं ना कहीं उनको अपनी जो पोजीशन है थोड़ी सी सॉफ्टन करनी पड़ेगी, अपना स्टैंड थोड़ा सा सॉफ्ट करना पड़ेगा पाकिस्तानी आर्मी के लिए.
मेरा ख्याल है कि नॉट टू लेट, बिकॉज वो सब डेफिसिट है ना जो इमरान खान का और उसके अंदर, वो कभी भी, क्योंकि वो कभी भी अब यह करके फॉर्चुनेटली अनफॉर्चुनेटली मैं इस्लामाबाद कल से हूँ, और रात में बड़ी एक मीटिंग में यही डिस्कशन हो रही थी कि क्या हो सकता. तो सारे लोग ये वहाँ पे ओपिनियन थी जिनका जो पेरिफेरी जो पावर्स रहते हैं, जो वेल कनेक्टेड है मीडिया के, जो सारे जो टॉप नर्सेज हैं, सारों का ये था कि जी ये डाइस का डिसीजन मेड एंड दे आर गोइंग टू जस्ट, ये नहीं पता आज करेंगे, लेकिन ये बात ऑलमोस्ट आप सुन रहे होंगे पाकिस्तान के मीडिया से कि जी अब इमरान खान से के लिए स्पेस कम हो गई है.
चलिए नियाजी साहब, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अपना वक्त देने के लिए और अपनी राय हमारे साथ जाया करने के लिए. द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट आई बिलीव दैट यू हैव मेड इज दैट there was already an inkling, there was already a kind of realization within the supporters of Imran Khan that the arrest would happen sooner or later. What they did not predict, the close coterie of Imran Khan did not predict that it could happen today, but they knew that this was coming. The second important point that Hafizullah Niazi, who's very close to Imran Khan, is arguing, that Pakistani army is the institution which Imran Khan in many ways used and use it as a pedestal, as something to come to power, and now he cannot pull punches in this manner at the institution. He'll have to soften his position, and it's not too late. Will Imran Khan really do that? It's a wait and watch. For now, the breaking news is that he's been arrested. This is a case that pertains to certain real estate deals. Siddhant is joining us on the broadcast. My colleague Abhishek Jha is also with us live. Good afternoon to both of you. Abhishek, first to you, the breaking developments of the details that you're getting from Islamabad. Section 144 in different parts of the city.
maybe some violent protests also, because the kind of momentum Imran Khan has generated for his own party and his workers, the kind of confidence he has had in the recent times, and whipping a sentiment against military establishment, and always telling his followers that he is being targeted. There is a clear assassination attempt against him, on him. So these all issues that he has been able to generate a huge momentum in the Pakistan, and the way he has been arrested, it is so abrupt, unpredictable, and it is happening out of nowhere, because just a while ago a judge in 7 cases had given him bail, and people were expecting that he'll be out from the court and talking to his supporters. But the moment Imran Khan entered a biometric verification room, Pak Rangers arrested him. There was a scuffle. His guards, Imran Khan's guard, they were injured. Chief of his legal cell, the one who was defending Imran Khan in various cases, he was also thrashed. We could see those pictures, those videos where they are bleeding from the head. So
Okay.
clearly, a very forceful arrest of Imran Khan would certainly generate a lot of...
with just the right amount of drama, Abhishek, as we were expecting. Please stay with us on the broadcast. Siddhant is also with us on the show. Siddhant, what are the latest details you have?
Well, as Abhishek was highlighting, that it is the way Imran Khan was arrested was undemocratic. It looks like that some militia group is abducting opposition leader, going by the visuals that we have received from Pakistan. Now, we really don't know what is going to be the course of legal proceedings. As we have been told that Section 144 has been placed in the national capital, that is Islamabad. So the information regarding the legal procedure is only known to the top people in Pakistan, because there is a high possibility of law and order getting damaged in Islamabad, because last time around we saw that how there was a riot-like situation outside Imran Khan's residence when Islamabad police went to arrest him. This time around, the administration in Pakistan is taking care of that, and this is perhaps the reason that nobody knows where Imran Khan has been taken and what is going to be the legal course of action. But the big breaking news right now is that Imran Khan has been placed under the arrest, and arrest has taken place in the most undemocratic manner when Imran Khan was in High Court to apply for bail.
Well, he was arrested from a court premises. Yeah. He was giving his biometric details. The Rangers have arrested him, so he's into federal custody. The law there says is that in the next 24 hours he'll have to be presented before the court. This is the Al Qadir case in which he's been arrested. All eyes on what the premier court in that country does. More importantly, this is a case that pertains to large-scale corruption. Those are the allegations against Imran Khan. But what it translates beyond legalities of this matter is perhaps more political upheaval in the country of Pakistan. We already are witnessing Section 144 in Islamabad, certain violent instances that have happened. There are leaders from the party of Imran Khan who are saying that he was abducted in some way and form, and this was not a legal arrest per se. All eyes on this big story coming in from the neighboring country. For now, we're slipping into a very short break.
For 3.5 days, if the film has done successfully and peacefully and people have loved it and emotionally connected with it on such a big level, then I don't understand how suddenly it has become a law and order disturbance. I'm not able to understand it. Maybe you can explain it to me.
But tell me, Mr. Shah, what is also being cited, it's not just Bengal, which has now banned your movie, but also states like Tamil Nadu, where there seems to be an unofficial ban because theatre owners are saying there is no footfalls, they don't want to take a chance, etc. The reasons that are being cited by these folks is yours is a propaganda movie, it demonizes one state, it demonizes one entire community, and potentially it could lead to some kind of violence. What do you have to say to that?
We've made it clear, amply clear, time and again, that this film is not against any community, any religion, or even the state of Kerala. It's against none. It's against terror. And if I thought that when we are making this kind of a film, we'll be applauded for exposing the terror network, showing the courage to expose the terror network at this level with such honesty and such boldness. But instead of that, now we are being told that we are a propaganda film.
Okay.
I don't know how to answer to that. The only answer I can think of is that go and see those females who are coming out of the cinema hall and crying and connecting with the problem. And there are so many stories. Day before yesterday, on Saturday, there was a woman in one of the theaters in Goregaon. She got so emotional that the film had to be stopped for 10 minutes because her daughter went through a similar situation.
Okay.
And she had to be consoled. And once she calmed down, the film restarted. Now, a propaganda film, I'm sure you will understand, cannot have this kind of a real connect. That's my only answer as a filmmaker.
Okay.
That when your film is genuinely connecting with the people of the nation, it cannot be a propaganda film. We've seen in the past, propaganda films come and they mushroom for a weekend and then they disappear.
But
that's not the case with this film. Today, the number of people watching this film is much higher than Friday.
So the other point that the critics of this film say is that, you know, what is being depicted in the film is far away from reality, and the truth is there might be a few hundred cases of people converting or being converted forcibly to Islam and then being taken to fight for ISIS in Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, etc. But you make it a completely absurd and exaggerated claim that there are more than 30,000 such cases. So what the reality is and what you have portrayed, one is an exaggerated version of the other. How do you respond to that?
See, what happened is that was the only argument they had against the film before the film released, right? And in 3.5 days, there are millions of reactions from various people on social media where nobody has talked about 32,000 number or number is less or more. What they are saying is that, oh my God, if this is happening in our own country, we need to stand up and protect our daughters. So the film is connecting with people on a human level. Now, when that propaganda did not get the desired result, maybe showing a law and order situation is another way to, kind of stop us from showing the film to millions of people who want to see the film. That's what I think. And I don't know how else to respond to these constant allegations, which mean nothing actually. They're just thrown at us to discredit us.
Okay, these allegations have been thrown at you to discredit you. We'll leave it at that. Vipul Shah, thank you very much for speaking with us here on Brass Tacks. I want to first go across to Vipul Shah, who's the producer of this film, the maker of this film. Thank you very much, Mr. Shah, for joining us. We've just got the information today that Mamata Banerjee, the West Bengal Chief Minister, has decided not to allow the broadcast of your movie, saying that it's propaganda, that it's detrimental to law and order in the state. How would you respond to Bengal and the Bengal Chief Minister's decision to ban your movie in that state?
So the simple thing is that the movie has been running for last 3.5 days, and it has been running to pack houses. Thousands and thousands of people have seen the film in Bengal already, and there is not a single incidence of any kind of disturbance. And when I got the news, I immediately checked with my distributor that is there any kind of disturbance because of which sudden disturbance which has led to this kind of decision. And he said he checked with all the theater owners and he came back to me and he said, no, there is nothing of that sort.
Okay.
So I am not able to understand that for 3.5 days, if the film has done successfully and peacefully and people have loved it and emotionally connected with it on such a big level, then I don't understand how suddenly it has become a law and order disturbance. I'm not able to understand it. Maybe you can explain it to me.
But tell me, Mr. Shah, what is also being cited, it's not just Bengal, which has now banned your movie, but also states like Tamil Nadu, where there seems to be an unofficial ban because theatre owners are saying there is no footfalls, they don't want to take a chance, etc. The reasons that are being cited by these folks is yours is a propaganda movie, it demonizes one state, it demonizes...
Good evening. Thanks a lot for staying with us here at CNN News 18. I'm Ridhima Bhatnagar. The big story that we're tracking at this former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan was arrested today by Pakistani paramilitary forces in connection with the Al-Qadir Trust case. Remember, this comes after he was summoned by the National Accountability Bureau multiple times. Imran is expected to be presented before the NAB court tomorrow. It is also important to know that over 120 cases have been registered against the former Prime Minister in different courts. Meanwhile, massive protests have erupted outside the Islamabad court after his arrest. PTI workers have staged protests and blocked roads in Lahore. Now we're understanding Section 144 has also been imposed in Islamabad to try and control the situation.
ISPR साहब, जरा मेरी गौर से बात सुनो। इज्जत सिर्फ एक इदारे की नहीं है, इज्जत कौम में हर शहरी की होनी चाहिए। इस वक्त कौम की सबसे बड़ी पार्टी का सरबराह हूं। 50 साल से कौम मुझे जानती है, मुझे कोई झूठ बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है। इस आदमी ने 2 दफा मुझे कत्ल करने की कोशिश की और जब भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन होगी मैं ये साबित करूंगा कि ये वो आदमी था और इसके साथ एक पूरा टोला है। और इसके साथ कौन है वो भी सब कौम को पता है। आज सोशल मीडिया के जमाने में सबको पता है वो कौन है। सवाल मेरा ये है कि क्या एक मुल्क का एक्स प्राइम मिनिस्टर, क्योंकि इस आदमी का नाम आ गया, मैं अपना FIR नहीं कटवा सका? पता तो सच और झूठ तब चले जब इन्वेस्टिगेशन होती है, FIR इसके खिलाफ होती, इन्वेस्टिगेशन होती। अगर ये बेकसूर था सामने आ जाना था। इतना ताकतवर शख्सियत कि मैं एक्स प्राइम मिनिस्टर अपनी पंजाब की हुकूमत होते हुए हम इन्वेस्टिगेशन FIR में इसका नाम नहीं दे सके।
आलम इस्लाम के लीडर को गिरफ्तार किया गया और उन पर तशद्दुद करने की इतलात आ रही है दौरान गिरफ्तारी। ये किसी सूरत काबिल कबूल नहीं है। इमरान खान हमारी रेड लाइन है। इमरान खान इस मुल्क का, पूरे आलम इस्लाम का निडर वाहिद ईमानदार लीडर है और उसने कोई गुनाह नहीं किया। उसने कोई लाखों करोड़ों अरबों रुपए लोगों के नहीं लूटे। वो कोई दौड़ के नहीं गया किसी दूसरे मुल्क में जाके बैठ गया। मैं पूरी कौम से, सब कारकुनों से और सब अवाम से, सिर्फ कारकुन नहीं अवाम से ये डिमांड करता हूं कि आज बाहर निकलें। अगर आज हम बाहर ना निकले, ये मुल्क हमेशा के लिए इन चोरों डाकुओं के हवाले कर दिया जाएगा और दोबारा यहाँ पे कुछ सर उठा के नहीं जी सकेगा।
Let's also now bring in our colleagues. Abhishek Jha joining us on the broadcast. We also have Siddhant joining us on the broadcast. Abhishek, before we talk about the manner in which the arrest happened, what does this mean as far as the political ramifications in Pakistan are concerned? Let's begin from the basics. Considering the fact there are over 100 cases today against the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, help our viewers understand what are the allegations in this particular case. What is the Al-Qadir case all about?
This Al-Qadir case pertains to a disproportionate dealing of a land that was made out of as a trust. Imran Khan, his wife Usha Bibi, and one of an NRI supporter of Imran Khan's party was also party to this. There has been multiple, questioning in the past also in this case, but today when Imran Khan was in the court, this was not expecting that this would be the reason why he would be arrested so forcibly. The 7 cases that he was there to, defend himself for, in the 7 cases, the Islamabad High Court had given him bail, and he was there in this biometric room to verify his other details. But immediately after that, we had those videos where we could see park rangers, it almost like a company of park rangers who barges into that room, forcibly removes everybody. The scuffle ensues, people are injured, but still they literally handpick Imran Khan and take him forcibly to one of their vans, which is waiting outside. And from there, Imran Khan is led to some unknown location. We are learning that Imran Khan may be produced tomorrow in a court. But the thing is that Imran Khan had predicted that this may happen. He will be, the state is not finding some legal way to corner him. And so there can be some forcible way to persecute him, to arrest him. And in his arrest, he has said that there could be tortures and there could be allegations that Imran Khan has made that there would be assassination attempt on him also. So clearly, the most most unpredictable scenario is currently undergoing in Pakistan, where we cannot predict how the momentum or how the public sentiment is going to be in the next 24 hours. There are law and orders, 144 has been imposed in several cities, but how much of that is going to be respected by the public, or how much of challenge for the law authorities will it be to contain them? That we'll have to.
Yeah. Abhishek, I'll just request you to stay on with us. Anand is also now joining us from our newsroom. Anand, just break down the sequence of events for our viewers first. As Abhishek was rightly pointing out, the last visuals that we had before the arrest was Imran Khan in a room waiting for his biometrics, and then you see the park rangers barging in. Help us understand the sequence of events of what really led up to the arrest of Imran Khan.
Well, it's a gamut of cases against him that have now been one after the other. The Tosha Khana case is one of the big ones, where there is a serious case of taking away or carting away with what is supposed to be Sarkari Khazana or national property. These were gifts that have been received which have been given to the office of the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister should not have been taking any of those gifts, especially those which are of really high value, beyond a certain value which is designated as per the Pakistani laws and constitution. Now, Imran Khan and his wife Bushra Beeb have been accused of carting away with some of those important ones. So that was one of the bigger cases on which Imran Khan had been facing multiple calls from the courts to present himself, even if he wanted bail. And the courts had warned him multiple times. There were non-bailable warrants, also another case. There's also one Al-Qadr case, which is the university that was being built and which is again announced by Imran Khan. There were apparently 190 million rupees that had been donated for this, and of which only about 8.5 million had been spent. The rest of the money, a lot of the money has been siphoned off by Imran Khan and his wife Bushra. A lot of the cases of corruption which Imran Khan faces are somewhere linked to his third wife, that is Bushra, and Bushra's family. And that's where Imran Khan finds himself in a spot of bother. In this case, he had come for appealing for bail in some of the other cases, but there was suddenly, even as he was going through the biometrics in the Islamabad High Court, right next to the courtroom, there were about 50 rangers who stormed in. There were his lawyers, and some of them tried to protest or resist Imran Khan being picked up. But the lawyer suffered injuries, and the rangers muscled their way, and then they carted off with Imran Khan to an undisclosed location so far. We don't know if he's been taken to a jail or to an undisclosed location. Which location? Because where he's been taken, we don't know. But we know that he's been taken away by the authorities. Fawad Chaudhry of the PTI has alleged that he's actually been abducted. The Chief Justice of the Islamabad High Court is currently asking questions. He summoned the IG and and of course the administration, the local administration head, to try and understand what is happening. And the big question is, on what case and on what charge have you arrested or picked him up like this? But this was inevitable in the scheme of things, in terms of the polity. The larger aspect is what is important, Ridhima, for our viewers to understand, that Imran Khan's rise during those elections, which many term dubious, happened with the fall of Nawaz Sharif and his incarceration and charges of case corruption against him. Right now, the current establishment, the word is that the current political establishment led by Shehbaz Sharif, it's a coalition of parties. None of them want to fight elections against the PTI with Imran Khan roaming a free man, because he's been able to whip up quite a frenzy on the streets. So they want him out of the equation even before elections are announced. The courts want elections to be announced, and they believe that Imran Khan needs to be out of the way, and somewhere they have the backing of the military establishment. All this cannot happen till the time there is open backing of the military establishment, and that's what those who were favored in the past now have fallen out. Those who had fallen out in the past now seem to be finding favor. The larger question is what happens next to Imran Khan, and how soon do we see Mia Nawaz Sharif touching back on Pakistani soil.
And also, what does this mean for the instability that still continues in Pakistan, economically and politically speaking, Anand? But I want to bring in Siddharth also in the conversation. Siddharth, just the manner in which Imran Khan was arrested. Of course, the PTI is making a huge hue and cry about it. Fawad Chaudhry, as Anand was also rightly pointing out in the tweet, is saying he's been abducted. We don't know. There's an unknown location. The PTI is also claiming that Imran Khan's lawyer has also been injured. Talk to us about the manner in which Imran Khan was arrested and the questions that are now being raised.
Well, that's right. The manner in which Imran Khan was arrested was completely undemocratic, and in fact, it looks like that some militia group is abducting a political personality, because the way the window panes were broken by Pakistani Rangers to arrest Imran Khan, while he was present in the court, in the Islamabad High Court, for his regular court hearing. He was doing his biometrics. So also, some are saying that it was a messaging from the government's end, from the army's end, because in Pakistan, the incumbent government is against Imran Khan, the army is against Imran Khan, but the institutions, the courts, are in favor of Imran Khan. So making Imran Khan getting him arrested from the court premises is a message to the judicial institution in Pakistan that that no matter how much you will try, the courts will try to protect Imran Khan by giving him bail after bail in each and every case being slapped against him. The government is powerful and government can arrest Imran Khan. That was a message which is loud and clear this time around, because the way he has been arrested and from the court premises he was arrested, so the message is loud and clear. B, there are two cases which were cleared by NBA against Imran Khan. The one case has been explained by Anand, in which the university was being built. True. And the ill-gotten money, the allegations are that through ill-gotten money, this university was being built, and this university only had 37 students. So that was a case which was cleared by NBA. Now the second case, which is very important, is related to Farah Khan, a friend of Imran Khan's wife, a Dubai-based friend of Imran Khan's wife. She has also, as per the allegation, gotten ill-gotten funds during Imran Khan's regime, and that particular investigation is also going on. Okay. So Imran Khan has got himself in trouble because of these two investigations, which were cleared by NBA, which is a federal agency, anti-graft body, and these investigations were cleared after he lost power in Pakistan. Yeah, so
I just request you to stay on with us, because we're getting some other updates also now coming in, and this is what Pak Media is now reporting, that Imran Khan in fact has reached the National Accountability Bureau, or the NAB, in Rawalpindi after his arrest by Park Rangers, where we're understanding his custody in fact has been handed over to the NAB, or the National Accountability Bureau. So that's the update that's now coming in. We'll just request Siddhant and Anand to stay on with us. We also have senior Pak journalist Mateen Haider also now joining us. So good to have you with us here on CNN News 18. I want to begin the conversation by understanding the timing of the arrest, and how do you see the arrest of the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan?
The arrest was quite imminent because of the charged situation in last 24 hours. Particularly the last night statement made by Inter-Services Public Relations spokesperson, which is mouthpiece of Pakistan Army. That was a highly loaded statement, and that made it very clear that the legal action will be taken against Imran Khan, although today's case was not mentioned. But after that particular statement, situation was quite imminent. So Rangers today arrested former Prime Minister Imran Khan inside from Islamabad High Court. And the latest report is that he has been handed over to National Accountability Bureau in Rawalpindi, which is Rawalpindi and Islamabad are twin cities. So what will happen? Imran Khan will be grilled over there. He will be asked certain questions. His statement will be taken. But from where he has been arrested, that is a big question. That is inside Islamabad High Court, and that is too without the permission of the Chief Justice of Islamabad High Court, who is quite upset, and he has issued notices to Secretary Ministry of Interior because Interior Ministry has control over Rangers. As why, without permission of the Chief Justice, why the former Prime Minister Imran Khan has been taken away from Islamabad High Court. So one, Khan is at the NAB headquarters in Rawalpindi. Second, there are PTI workers and lawyers. They are all out on the streets. Okay. But the latest situation is that the court is waiting response from the Interior Ministry. So far, no one has responded from the government. But however, after a while, an important press conference is going to be addressed by Federal Interior Minister Rana Sanaullah Khan on the arrest of Imran Khan. And so far, there has been no reaction by the federal government. This is the only reaction which will officially come by the Interior Minister at 4:20 Pakistani time. He will be addressing press conference in which he will clear that on what were the charges, why exactly inside Islamabad High Court he was arrested, and while being arrested, former Prime Minister Imran Khan was manhandled.
Yeah, because those are the big questions that still remain, Mateen Haider, as you're rightly pointing out, the manner in which he was picked up, the charges against him. And as Mateen Haider was rightly pointing out, you in fact have the Islamabad High Court now asking the IG and the Interior Secretary to reach court. Some explanation is possible is what we're understanding. We're also understanding they could possibly say that the National Accountability Bureau wanted his custody and summons will then go to the NAB. In all likelihood, there's a possibility that Imran Khan, the ex-Prime Minister of Pakistan, in fact, will be with the NAB as far as tonight is concerned. Mateen Haider, we'll just request you to stay on with us. Anand, just coming back to you to the point that you were making a short while ago, which is, what does this mean as far as the current establishment is concerned, and why would they want Imran Khan behind bars? But what does this also mean as far as the messaging to the PTI cadre is concerned? We've heard Imran Khan time and again. The messaging that he's given is, whether I'm behind bars, whether I'm killed, you keep the fight on, because he sees himself as the savior of Pakistan. You were saying a short while ago that he's managed to whip up a lot of support. How do you see this playing out as far as the kind of drama that could unfold? Because we're already seeing workers of the PTI that have taken to the streets.
But there can be mass-scale rioting, there can be anarchy on the streets, and it's already manifest, it's visible, because Imran Khan has a lot of supporters. Because a lot of what has been done by Imran Khan is now currently coming to fruition under this current government. So they are taking the blame and fall for what has happened over the last 3.5 to 4 years under Imran Khan. But clearly Imran Khan has been able to whip up this entire frenzy towards an emotional connect with him, where he's also played the rabble-rouser. He is also engaged with some of the radical and fundamentalist elements, and they are also egging him on, because they are all taking a position. He's taken a position against the military establishment, and he's also taken a position against the current governments or the current political establishment, who are not only his political opponents, he's branded them as puppets in the hands of the military, notwithstanding his own rise and what he has done when he was the Prime Minister, and how he was clearly a puppet in the hands of the military establishment. So he's been able to overcome that and whip up this frenzy. But it's all around Imran Khan. PTI without Imran Khan is faceless, does not have the kind of legs that will carry it forward, and somewhere it is bound to fizzle out. This is also what the current disposition feels. The military establishment and the political establishment feel that if they are able to mute Imran Khan, if they are able to move him out of the equation and ensure that he's not able to do his broadcast. They first took him away from the media broadcast. He's then been using social media actively. Now if they are able to cut him out from social media also, over a period of time, over the next 10-15 days, PTI's campaign itself, this whole thing itself could fizzle out. And that's the time when they will try and announce elections, so that these political parties who are currently in government have a chance to come back into power with stronger numbers and perhaps offer a semblance of stability to the Pakistan government. And this has also got the blessings of the military establishment, which wants to see Nawaz Sharif back on Pakistani soil. Nawaz Sharif's conditions, one of the things we are given to understand is that Imran has to be moved out of the equation, that the cases against him have to be withdrawn, and that's when he will come back into Pakistani soil. The PML and Noon thinks that they will mount a campaign with Nawaz Sharif back at the helm.
Okay. Anand, we'll just request you to stay on with us. Going back to Mateen Haider to just try and understand what is the ground situation currently. Mateen, what are you picking up? What is the plan as far as the PTI cadre is concerned? And when could we hear an official word as far as the government is concerned?
So as far as official verdict is concerned, that is expected after 30 minutes, as Pakistan Interior Minister Imran Khan will be holding a very important vice press briefing 30 minutes from now, and in which he will explain all the reasons to arrest former Prime Minister Imran Khan in Al-Qadr case. But the day he was arrested from inside in the Islamabad High Court, that is definitely under the law. It is not permitted to arrest any person while that person is inside in the Islamabad High Court, and that is former Prime Minister and the chairman of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, while the Chief Justice was present in the court. which is why the Chief Justice of Pakistan is upset. But right now, the protest call has been given by the PTI leaders to come on the streets in Lahore, in Rawalpindi, in Karachi, in Islamabad, in Peshawar, and several other cities. But we haven't seen a massive crowd of PTI workers in Islamabad. On important artery of Islamabad, the Kashmir Highway, there have been few workers that police overcome them and took them away. Right, so there have been very few workers. So this is really a test case for Imran Khan's workers, that Imran Khan has been arrested, and the response from the PTI worker has been quite cold now. Right, the workers are yet to come on the street, although due to digital media, due to electronic media, social media, Twitter, and the news reached to the workers within seconds and minutes, but we haven't seen the reaction by the PTI workers. They have not come on the roads yet, despite call given by PTI leaders. So what NAB is going to do, NAB is going to record the statement of former Prime Minister on that Al-Qadr trust case. His case will be recorded, a formal case will be registered. And then, if court desires, court has already asked that Imran Khan should be brought back. Let's see whether government complies with the orders of the Chief Justice of Islamabad High Court or not. But the way he was arrested, he was forcibly taken away from by the court, by the rangers. The room in which Imran Khan was present at Islamabad High Court was basically biometric verification. He was making his biometric attendance in the court. So when all of a sudden the rangers took him away, and the PTI chairman's lawyers were around him, they were beaten and they were pushed back, and Imran Khan was taken away from that court, from that room, and was shifted to a vehicle outside the court and was taken away. Right now, the media has been told that former Prime Minister now sits in the National Accountability Bureau, Rawalpindi region.
Yeah, that's the update that we're also picking up. Mateen, we'll just request you to stay on with us, because the other update that we're now getting in, and this is exactly what we were discussing a short while ago, post the arrest of the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan, there is a call that's been given to the PTI workers to take to the streets, and that's exactly what they've done. We're now understanding more and more PTI workers are now protesting on the streets. Some of those visuals on your screens as well. We are understanding there is a call that's been given to most of them to immediately arrive at Liberty Chalk to try and scale up these protests as well. Anand also continues to be with us. Anand, when you look at these visuals, as I was asking you earlier as well, is this going to be the opportunity that PTI would want to use?
Well, how the PTI uses, because the strategy and the mastermind behind the PTI, or the driving force behind PTI, is Imran Khan. So if there is a hard crackdown of the army and the current establishment, the cops, etc., and these rioters are dispersed, the expectation is after 5 or 7 days, the whole thing will fizzle out, because the PTI does not have an alternative face. Even some of the others, the generals, the foot of Imran Khan, also find themselves under legal scrutiny, and it's a matter of time even when they would be picked up or they would be sidelined, or and the moment that happens, you would see the foot soldiers not having any leadership and not knowing how to organize themselves and not knowing what to do. So eventually this whole thing could just fizzle out, and there could be some other developments, other announcements that could made that could perhaps even divert public attention and somewhere drive down the entire PTI campaign, paving the way for this cobbled up group of coalition to even go back to their constituencies and hope for elections and polls and some success there.
Okay, Anand, we leave the conversation there. This is the big story that we'll keep tracking. Like to thank Mateen as well. Of course, we'll keep getting you all these updates as and when they happen. Time for us to slip into a very short break. We're coming back with lots more.
Where nobody has talked about 32,000 number, or number is less or more. What they are saying is that, oh my God, if this is happening in our own country, we need to stand up and protect our daughters. So the film is connecting with people on a human level. Now, when that propaganda did not get the desired result, maybe showing a law and order situation is another way to, kind of stop us from showing the film to millions of people who want to see the film. That's what I think, and I don't know how else to respond to these constant allegations, which mean nothing actually. They're just thrown at us to discredit us.
Okay, these allegations have been thrown at you to discredit you. We leave it at that. Vipul Shah, thank you very much for speaking with us here on Brass Tacks. I want to first go across to Vipul Shah, who's the producer of this film, the maker of this film. Thank you very much, Mr. Shah, for joining us. We've just got the information today that Mamata Banerjee, the West Bengal Chief Minister, has decided not to allow the broadcast of your movie, saying that it's propaganda, that it's detrimental to law and order in the state. How would you respond to Bengal and the Bengal Chief Minister's decision to ban your movie in that state?
So the simple thing is that the movie has been running for last 3.5 days, and it has been running to pack houses. Thousands and thousands of people have seen the film in Bengal already, and there is not a single incidence of any kind of disturbance. And when I got the news, I immediately checked with my distributor that is there any kind of disturbance because of which sudden disturbance which has led to this kind of decision. And he said he checked with all the theater owners and he came back to me and he said, no, there is nothing of that sort.
Okay.
So I am not able to understand that for 3.5 days, if the film has run successfully and peacefully and people have loved it and emotionally connected with it on such a big level, then I don't understand how suddenly it has become a law and order disturbance. I'm not able to understand it. Maybe you can explain it to me.
But tell me, Mr. Shah, what is also being cited, it's not just Bengal, which has now banned your movie, but also states like Tamil Nadu, where there seems to be an unofficial ban because theatre owners are saying there is no footfalls, they don't want to take a chance, etc. The reasons that are being cited by these folks is yours is a propaganda movie, it demonizes one state, it demonizes one entire community, and potentially it could lead to some kind of violence. What do you have to say to that?
We've made it clear, amply clear, time and again, that this film is not against any community, any religion, or even the state of Kerala. It's against none. It's against terror. And if I thought that when we are making this kind of a film, we'll be applauded for exposing the terror network, showing the courage to expose the terror network at this level with such honesty and such boldness. But instead of that, now we are being told that we are a propaganda film.
Okay.
I don't know how to answer to that. The only answer I can think of is that go and see those females who are coming out of the cinema hall and crying and connecting with the problem. And there are so many stories. Day before yesterday, on Saturday, there was a woman in one of the theaters in Goregaon. She got so emotional that the film had to be stopped for 10 minutes because her daughter went through a similar situation.
Okay.
And she had to be consoled. And once she calmed down, the film restarted. Now, a propaganda film, I'm sure you will understand, cannot have this kind of a real connect. That's my only answer as a filmmaker.
Okay.
That when your film is genuinely connecting with the people of the nation, it cannot be a propaganda film. We've seen in the past, propaganda films come and they mushroom for a weekend and then they disappear.
Welcome back. Thanks a lot for staying with us. Even after 4 days post its release, the political storm over the film, the Kerala story that refuses to settle down. Today, you had NCP leader Jitendra Awad, who's made a big statement saying that the movie is a fictional narrative and that the makers should be hanged for defaming women of Kerala. Yesterday, you would remember you had the Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, who said that they've banned the film from being screened in theatres after describing it as distorted. This is the second such action against the film after you had the Tamil Nadu multiplex owners who also decided to put
केरळा फाईल्सच्या नावाखाली एका राज्याला तर बदनाम केलंच, पण तिथल्या महिला भगिनींना पण बदनाम केलं. आता आकडा ऑफिशियल येते 32,000 कुठे आणि 3 कुठे. हा जो कोण प्रोड्युसर आहे ज्यांनी हे काल्पनिक चित्र उभं केलं त्याला तर भरचौकात फाशी द्यायला.
What I meant was hatred against that man. Why is he doing in this country? This state is much above all. The beauty of the state, it is known as God's own country. Why are you spoiling and maligning an image of a good state?
Jitendra Award is like a toolkit. He is amongst those NCP and Congress leaders who believe in Muslim appeasement all their lives. And it is not surprising that he has asked for the hanging of the makers of the Kerala story. And it won't be even more surprising if Jitendra Award asks for a Bharat Ratna or a national award for anyone who makes a film glorifying Taliban.
Developments now coming in where the director of the movie The Kerala Story, Sudipto Sen, in fact has now informed the Mumbai police that one of his crew members received a message from an unknown number threatening to kill him. The production house has in fact now informed the Amboli police station about this entire case. So this is what the director is claiming, that one of his crew members in fact has been threatened. Let's bring in our colleague Yesha Kotak to try and understand what really has happened. There is a big claim that's being made, Yesha, by the director of the movie, saying that one of his crew members in fact was threatened. So talk to us about who this crew member is and what is the message that he or she received.
So this particular crew member whom we're talking about is actually the production manager, Banjaya Sahu, who worked on the movie The Kerala. Of course, there's no FIR, but in fact what goes on to be seen is that considering that police has taken cognizance of this case, on the instance of the complainant, there can be an FIR that can be filed. But as of now, what really needs to be seen is that who has sent this message. Was this message sent really with an intention to harm him, or was it someone playing a prank with him? Apart from that, who was this person who sent him that message? So all this background check would be done by police team of police, Mumbai police. Only then will be production team to the police station.
Yeah. Okay, Yesha, we leave the conversation there. Thanks a lot for getting us all those details. Some other reactions also coming in.
They always use this religion card and this divisive politics, especially whenever there is an election knocking the door. Be it an election in the state or central election, they become more proactive in playing this religion card and divisive politics. Especially when the Karnataka election is about to be taken place, the step that should have been taken by Kerala immediately, that step has been taken by our learned Chief Minister, Madam Mamata Banerjee, and it has been taken a very timely and it is absolutely right decision for the greater interest of the country.
उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार पहले ही कह चुकी है कि द केरला स्टोरी को हम टैक्स फ्री करेंगे और मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि प्रदेश के लोग इसको देखें और समझें कि हिंदुस्तान के दूसरे भूभाग में किस ढंग से हमारी बहनों के साथ अत्याचार अनाचार हो रहा है, दुर्व्यवहार हो रहा है, और सतर्कता बढ़ाते हुए अपने परिवार को, अपने संस्कारों को, अपने बच्चों को संभालें। और बहुत अच्छा निर्णय है और हम बहुत अभिनंदन करते हैं केरला जो स्टोरी पिक्चर है, जिनको बनाने वालों को, उनके निर्माता निर्देशक को बहुत बहुत बधाई। देखिए, पश्चिम बंगाल में जो हो रहा है तुष्टीकरण के तहत हो रहा है और आप अच्छी तरह जानते हैं कि प्रदेश की जनता, देश की जनता कभी इसको स्वीकार नहीं करेगी।
बात यह है, फैक्ट्स बनाने वालों ने कहा 32,000 लड़कियां का धर्म परिवर्तन हुआ और उनको आईएसआईएस के अंदर उनको एंगेज किया गया है। सही कितना निकला? 3। तो ऐसे झूठा प्रकरण, ऐसे झूठे फिल्में बनाने से मतलब क्या है? इसी प्रकार की कश्मीर फाइल्स भी बनी थी। और जब पूरी सरकार लग जाती है किसी फिल्म के प्रमोशन में, तो उसका राजनीतिक जो उद्देश्य है वो भी नजर आता है।
Shifting our focus to developments coming in from Rajasthan. Now, days after Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot praised BJP leader Vasundhara Raje for saving his government in 2020 from rebel Congress MLAs, today you had Congress MLA Sachin Pilot who trained guns at the Chief Minister. He went on to say that Ashok Gehlot criticizing his own MLAs while praising political rivals is beyond his understanding. He even questioned Gehlot's loyalty towards the party by saying that his remark shows that his leader is Vasundhara Raje, not Sonia Gandhi. Sachin Pilot then announced that he will hold a Jan Sangharsh Yatra from Ajmer to Jaipur, which will begin on the 11th of May. He also said that the Yatra is aimed at raising issues of people and raise voices against corruption in the state. Meanwhile, Rahul Gandhi is in Rajasthan to attend the party's training camp in Mount Abu.
हमारे यहाँ कभी परंपरा नहीं रही है इस प्रकार चुनी सरकारों को गिराने की पैसे के बल पर। ये कहा उन्होंने, क्या गलत किया उन्होंने, क्या गलत कहा उन्होंने। और शोभा रानी ने उनकी बात सुनी, वसुंधरा जी की और कैलाश मेघवाल की। इनके अंतरात्मा ने कहा कि मुझे भी ऐसे लोगों को साथ नहीं देना चाहिए। क्या गलत किया शोभा रानी ने, इसलिए हमारी सरकार बची है।
सामान्य मुख्यमंत्री जी का भाषण परसों धौलपुर में हुआ और उस भाषण को सुनने के बाद मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि सामान्य मुख्यमंत्री जी की नेता आदरणीय श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जी नहीं है, बल्कि उनकी नेता वसुंधरा राजे सिंधिया जी हैं।
Let's also now bring in our colleague and senior editor Pallavi Ghosh, who's joining us on the broadcast. Pallavi, once again, a war of words between Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot. Time and again, we've seen a messaging that has been sent to both the leaders to avoid personal barbs at each other. We've seen intervention of the top leadership as well. Why is that we still continue to see this pattern?
But because, you can just tell two netas to take attacks against each other until there is no plan.
We seem to be losing that audio with Pallavi. We'll try and re-establish that. But as I pointed out, once again, you have political barbs being trained at each other by Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot. What are the kind of allegations that Sachin Pilot is now making at Ashok Gehlot? He's saying that Gehlot has insulted Congress MLAs and he's praised political rivals. I believe Pallavi is now back with us. Pallavi, please go ahead.
Yeah, so as you know, one can always send a directive that the two of them should not take pot shots at each other. But till the time the central leadership doesn't give a clarity on leadership and a closure on this issue, these kind of attacks will increase. And I think after today, what happened, it's going to be very difficult to expect any kind of a closure now. It's very clear that the knives are out between both the sides. And it could be very difficult for the central leadership now to avoid a confrontation between the two of them just ahead of the elections. There may be a photo opportunity. There may be some coerced or forced attempts at a show of strength. But we saw what happened in Punjab. At the end of the day, despite all talk of bonhomie between the captain earlier and Navjot Singh Sindhu and Charanjit Singh Channi, but the Punjab Congress came and appeared very divided, which helped its opponents, and in this case also is likely to help the BJP.
And the larger question is exactly that will this now essentially cost Congress as far as Rajasthan is concerned?
See, Rajasthan, in any case, does see a cyclical pattern. But, Ashok Gehlot has come out with some very innovative new schemes which the Congress was hoping would ensure that this cycle is broken and this time round the Congress could repeat its another term. But at the end of the day, with 20-25 seats under the Gujjar Inna belt, which comes under Sachin Pilot, that could be affected. But at the end of the day, no one wants to vote for a government which looks very divided. So it could turn out to be a disadvantage for the Congress and definitely an advantage for the BJP.
Pallavi, we leave the conversation there. Thanks a lot for getting us all those details. Some other reactions coming in.
मैं ये समझता हूँ पार्टी इस सिलसिले में एक एडवाइजरी जारी कर चुकी है कि जो कुछ भी बात कहनी है, किसी को भी कोई बात कहनी हो, वो पार्टी के प्लेटफॉर्म पर बात करें। पब्लिकली इस तरह की बातें करने से मैसेज ठीक नहीं जाता है। और मैं ये समझता हूँ कि सचिन पायलट जी इतने समझदार ज़रूर हैं कि वो इसका मैसेज अच्छी तरह से समझते हैं। तो मैं तो उनसे यही गुजारिश करूँगा कि ये सब बातें, उन्हें कोई शिकायत अगर है तो पार्टी के फोरम पर वो उसकी शिकायत करें।
उनके लिए इस तरह का गैर जिम्मेदाराना बयान केवल अपने राजनीतिक हित के लिए और अपने विरोधियों को, अपने ही दल में अपने विरोधियों को को मैसेज देने के लिए इस तरह का बयान देना। मैं चाहूंगा कि अशोक गहलोत साहब खुलासे के साथ में ये बात कहें कि कब, कहां और किस तरह से उनका सहयोग किया गया था। ये अपने राजनीतिक हितों के लिए, अपने विरोधियों का दमन करने के लिए दूसरों पर कीचड़ उछालने की परंपरा राजस्थान में नहीं थी। अशोक गहलोत साहब, आप इस तरह की परंपराएं शुरू करके राजस्थान में अच्छा संदेश नहीं दे रहे।
Time for us to slip into a very short break. We're coming back with lots more.
So the simple thing is that the movie has been running for last 3.5 days, and it has been running to pack houses. Thousands and thousands of people have seen the film in Bengal already, and there is not a single incidence of any kind of disturbance. And when I got the news, I immediately checked with my distributor that is there any kind of disturbance because of which sudden disturbance which has led to this kind of decision. And he said he checked with all the theater owners and he came back to me and he said no, there is nothing of that sort.
Okay.
So I am not able to understand that for 3.5 days, if the film has run successfully and peacefully and people have loved it and emotionally connected with it on such a big level, then I don't understand how suddenly it has become a law and order disturbance. I'm not able to understand it. Maybe you can explain it to me.
But tell me, Mr. Shah, what is also being cited, it's not just Bengal, which has now banned your movie, but also states like Tamil Nadu, where there seems to be an unofficial ban because theatre owners are saying there is no footfalls, they don't want to take a chance, etc. The reasons that are being cited by these folks is yours is a propaganda movie, it demonizes one state, it demonizes one entire community, and potentially it could lead to some kind of violence. What do you have to say to that?
We've made it clear, amply clear, time and again, that this film is not against any community, any religion, or even the state of Kerala. It's against none. It's against terror. And if I thought that when we are making this kind of a film, we'll be applauded for exposing the terror network, showing the courage to expose the terror network at this level with such honesty and such boldness. But instead of that, now we are being told that we are a propaganda film.
Okay.
I don't know how to answer to that. The only answer I can think of is that go and see those females who are coming out of the cinema hall and crying and connecting with the problem. And there are so many stories. Day before yesterday, on Saturday, there was a woman in one of the theaters in Goregaon. She got so emotional that the film had to be stopped for 10 minutes because her daughter went through a similar situation.
Okay.
And she had to be consoled. And once she calmed down, the film restarted. Now, a propaganda film, I'm sure you will understand, cannot have this kind of a real connect. That's my only answer as a filmmaker.
Okay.
That when your film is genuinely connecting with the people of the nation, it cannot be a propaganda film. We've seen in the past, propaganda films come and they mushroom for a weekend and then they disappear.
But
that's not the case with this film. Today, the number of people watching this film is much higher than Friday.
So the other point that the critics of this film say is that, you know, what is being depicted in the film is far away from reality, and the truth is there might be a few hundred cases of people converting or being converted forcibly to Islam and then being taken to fight for ISIS in Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, etc. But you make it a completely absurd and exaggerated claim that there are more than 30,000 such cases. So what the reality is and what you have portrayed, one is an exaggerated version of the other. How do you respond to that?
See, what happened is that was the only argument they had against the film before the film released, right? And in 3.5 days, there are millions of reactions from various people on social media where nobody has talked about 32,000 number or number is less or more. What they are saying is that, oh my God, if this is happening in our own country, we need to stand up and protect our daughters. So the film is connecting with people on a human level.
Welcome back. Thanks a lot for staying with us. Some breaking developments now coming in. So after the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan, was arrested, you have now a big claim that is being made by a PTI leader, Sheikh Rashid Ahmed, who's gone on to claim that there is now a larger plot that is being hatched to kill Imran in jail. He's claiming that Imran Khan will be given slow poison. This is what the PTI is claiming, that there is a larger plan at play. They're claiming that Imran Khan has been arrested and he in fact will now be killed. Let's listen in.
यौम मई की छुट्टी के दिन नैब का इमरान खान को गिरफ्तारी का हुक्मनामी जारी करना ये उस हुकूमत के लिए जिल्लत और रुसवाई है जो लंदन में निगरान वजीर आला, वजीर आज़म, वज़रा की एक पूरी बारात बैठी हुई इस नज़ारे को देखना चाहती है जो दुनिया के मीडिया पे इमरान खान को धक्के मारते हुए दिखाया जा रहा है और ये ख्वाहिश कर रहे हैं कि जनाब हम जजों को चौकों में लटकाएंगे। ये बयान दे रहे हैं कि हम पब्लिक अकाउंट में थाने की तरह बुलाएंगे। इनकी अकल जवाब दे गई है। ये गुंडागर्दी है, फस्तायत है, बदमाशी है और इससे इमरान खान हीरो बनेगा, ये ज़ीरो बनेंगे, वो मुकद्दर का सिकंदर बनेगा। डर सिर्फ इस बात का है कि ये जेल में उसको स्लो पॉइजनिंग ना करें क्योंकि इमरान खान का ये मुकाबला करने से आरी हैं। इमरान खान ने इन चोरों और लुटेरों को जिन पर मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग के केस थे अपने केस ख़त्म किए और उसके ख़िलाफ़ केस बना के ये तासर देना चाहते हैं कि शायद इमरान खान को जेल में डालकर ये पाकिस्तान में हुकूमत कर सकते हैं। ये डिफ़ॉल्ट होने जा रहे हैं। 17 मई को IMF की मीटिंग में कोई एजेंडा नहीं, गरीब के लिए ज़िंदगी इन्होंने मौत बना दी है। लेकिन याद रखना, मैं आज एक बयान दे रहा हूँ, अहम बयान दे रहा हूँ कि इतनी बड़ी इन्होंने गलती, हमाकत और कम अक्ली का मुजाहरा किया है इमरान खान को गिरफ्तार करके कि तारीख़ में लिखा जाएगा कि इस बेवकूफ़ी ने इमरान खान को सियासत में ज़मीन से आसमान पे पहुँचा दिया और इनको ज़मीन के नीचे ज़िंदा दफन कर दिया। इमरान खान की सियासत को ख़त्म करने का ये घटिया अरबा इनके गले पड़ेगा और ये इस मुल्क की सियासत में ज़लील और रुसवा होंगे। इलेक्शन होके रहेंगे, गरीब का रहा जाएगा, अवाम का रहा जाएगा और 180, 170 अरब और 50% महंगाई गरीब के ऊपर मुसल्लत करने वाले पाकिस्तान की सियासत में।
Let's also now bring in our colleague Abhishek Jha, who's joining us on the broadcast. Abhishek, we just heard those big claims that are now being made by Sheikh Rashid, who's a PTI leader. But the larger question is this just political rhetoric or is there some real evidence on the basis of which these claims are being made?
No, see, I mean, seriously, Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has himself been saying that there has been an attempt on his life and the people against whom he has been raising voice and trying to fight a political battle, they are willing to go to any extent to eliminate him, to kill his politics or to neutralize him politically. In the past, we have seen the last couple of months has been very big in Pakistan's political drama, where we have seen police forces from Islamabad coming to Lahore, trying to arrest Imran Khan's supporters sitting in, and then there again chaos erupting every day. And in the last couple of weeks, it looked like the situation has calmed down. Imran Khan has also started, respecting the law and reaching out to High Court to present himself, to defend himself. But what happened today is clearly something that will not go down well in the public eye, because the way Imran Khan was pulled, picked, and forced into the cab of or the vehicle of the Pak Rangers, which is the paramilitary force. It's not the police force of Pakistan, which normally arrests people.
Apologize for interrupting. Just stay on with us. We in fact are now getting a tweet that has been put out by the Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif as well. And the tweet says the following. The tweet says that I have no doubt that white lies, misrepresentations, statements and vicious attacks on institutions are the introduction of your politics. He of course is referring to Imran Khan, and this is the first tweet that we are seeing after the arrest of the former Prime Minister Imran Khan. The tweet further goes on to say by Shehbaz Sharif, your attitude is like bending to the judiciary. To your whims and law does not apply to me. In my tweet about you, I wrote based on what has been proved by the concrete facts of the last few years. I ask you this counter question. After losing power, it has been your policy to defame the Pakistani army as an institution again and again. Even before the Wazirabad incident, are you continuing to slander the army, the intelligence agencies and the leadership? It further goes on to ask another question. What legal procedure did you take apart from daily intimidation, making baseless accusations? You rejected the federal government's offer of cooperation and boycotted the legal proceedings. So the Pak Prime Minister, in fact, hitting out at Imran Khan after Imran Khan was arrested earlier in the day. Abhishek, continues to be with us. Abhishek, what do we make of the first reaction that's coming in of the Pak Prime Minister?
I think Shehbaz Sharif will clearly be on the back foot with the current scenario or the public outrage that is spilling on the streets in Pakistan right now. But clearly he is trying to logically defend the actions of the government by every point that where Imran Khan has been wrong, where he's been liar, where he has been untruthful, and where all he has done corruption cases, and where all he stands defeated politically, or he should be arrested. So what are the charges against him? But everything having said and done, the due legal process has not been followed in today's arrest. On the surface of it, it is very much clear the way he has been arrested, and the way PTI workers are now outraged, and the whole Pakistan is certainly going to see the protests from the PTI workers across the country. Now Imran Khan is being taken to Rawalpindi, so Rawalpindi is the headquarters of Pakistan's army. So clearly, a lot of dots are available where people can connect and understand the story behind this whole arrest drama that has happened in Islamabad High Court today. In the court premise, when Imran Khan has already been given bail in some cases, he is there to verify himself. He's giving some biometric details, and out of blue, these guards, these park rangers, barge in that room. They break the glass doors, everything. They're not listening to anybody. No warrant is produced. It doesn't look like that he's been duly warrant has been duly produced to him, or his counsel has been consulted before. He is literally pulled from that room and taken to that vehicle. So these videos are going to create a lot of, hysteria among masses, a lot of momentum. The PTI workers have been working for months to garner the kind of political support. So these are the videos that are going to support and define what the course of Pakistan's politics will be in the next couple of months. What Shehbaz Sharif is saying in his tweet, Pakistan's Prime Minister, will be duly accepted, but that will be for the newspapers, for the editorials, or for the people who would sit down and talk about the legalities and the due process, whether it was followed or not. But
Abhishek, this entire political war of words between Shehbaz Sharif and Imran Khan, that's one aspect of the story. The other, more important aspect of the story is what's going to happen as far as Imran Khan is concerned and whether this is endgame for him. Now, look at the allegations that are being made by various PTI leaders. Some are saying he was in fact abducted. We don't know where he is. Another PTI leader is now claiming that we do know there is a larger plot to kill him inside jail. He'll be given slow poison. Do we have an understanding of where Imran Khan is, and what does the law in Pakistan say? What are the proceedings going to look like?
See, currently, what does the law in Pakistan say remains, it doesn't look like law is saying anything. It's the establishment who is running the Pakistan, who is running the show, is saying everything and doing everything. Currently, it is being learned that Imran Khan is being taken to Rawalpindi, where a medical team of about 7 doctors will have his basic checkup, a preliminary medical checkup, and then Imran Khan will be taken to the jail. Probably he'll be produced to some court or some judges, in front of some judges tomorrow. What we are learning right now is that this whole, in the recent times, we have seen the government or the legal authorities or the police forces or the Fauj in Pakistan, they have tried to target the second line leadership of Pakistani Tehreek-e-Insaf Party, Imran Khan's party. But that hasn't worked clearly against Imran Khan. He's been standing, he's been trying to fight, he hasn't sort of compromised his political direction.
Sure.
But now when Imran Khan himself has been arrested, which the PTI workers have filed the past, said that will be the red line. We will have to see from here onwards how the politics of Pakistan is going to be like. Yes.
Yeah. Abhishek, unfortunately, I'll have to leave that conversation there. Thanks a lot for getting us all those details. We have to quickly shift our focus to some other breaking developments also coming in. And this is as far as the movie, the Kerala story, is concerned, where we're now understanding there is a plea that has been filed in the Supreme Court challenging the ban on the screening of the movie, the Kerala story. We're understanding the plea has been filed on behalf of one of the makers, Vipul Shah. The matter is likely to be mentioned tomorrow. The plea challenges the decision of the West Bengal government to ban the screening of the film. And in fact, it's not just the West Bengal government. We'd seen a similar action that was taken by the multiplex owners in Tamil Nadu as well. Ananya Bhatnagar, our legal correspondent, in fact, now joining us on the broadcast. Give us the fine print of the plea. Who has it been filed by, and when are we expecting this matter to be taken up?
Well, Ridhima, what we've been given to understand is that a petition has been filed before the Supreme Court, or the Kerala High Court that time, that, that there would be a discussion.
Apologize for interrupting. Unfortunately, we'll have to leave that conversation there. With that, it's a wrap from my side. But news continues here on CNN News 18, Nation at 5 with my colleague, Poonam Borde is up next.
China is in for the long game. It can play the patience game. But eventually, does China see that if it's identified America as the adversary and if it wants to beat Western hegemony, it needs friends around it in Asia?
Someone who has been central to the state's politics is Sharad Pawar. For him to decide not to continue as the head of a political party he founded, what was your reaction when you heard it? Was it like a surprise or a shock?
Group like the Bajrang Dal, for whatever their illegal activities, can be compared to the PFI? And why did you remember this today? I don't remember you ever promising PFI will be banned despite worse crimes committed by PFI members.
Do you believe that today's attack gives Russia a handle or an excuse to try and derail that counteroffensive, or at least, if not on the ground, to try and alter the terms of narrative around that counteroffensive?
Good evening, hello and welcome. You're watching CNN News 18. This is Nation at 5 with me, Poonam Borde. The top focus continues around the Kerala story, the film and the brouhaha that we've seen over the last 4 days. It's been 4 days, like I said, post the release, but the political storm over this refuses to settle down. Now we had NCP leader today from Maharashtra, Jitendra Awad, who made a big statement. He said that the movie is a fictional narrative and that the makers should be hanged publicly for not just defaming the state of Kerala, but also the women of Kerala. He then backtracked when CNN News 18 confronted him about it. He says that it was an outburst. Don't look at these words literally. I was just trying to tell you that this was a fictional narrative and focus on that instead. Now, this comes at a time when the West Bengal government yesterday has already banned the film from being screened in theatres across the state. Mamata Banerjee, the chief minister of the state, said that the film is distorted. It's a propaganda and it can cause instances of violence and hatred, which is why an immediate ban was ordered. This is now the second such action that we are seeing against the film. Remember, earlier, Tamil Nadu multiplex owners decided to pull down the film after the association came out and said, but looks like these multiplex owners in the state have suo moto taken that decision. On the other hand,
first 4 days of the film is absolutely packed house. Already you know my film has been announced. Unprecedented blockbuster. Kolkata has seen the film with their heart. Kolkata had not a single incident, untoward incidents has happened in Kolkata. Nobody reported any kind of agitation in front of cinema hall. I don't know what input Mamata Didi got that she banned. This kind of situation, this kind of comment from her or action from her, it's pretty uncertain. I mean, unfortunate. And I think it is a politically motivated, misguided decision. I request Mamata Didi that please watch the film and decide for yourself that whether this film is may pose any law and order.
What is this Kerala files? Though I don't support the CPM people, instead of me, it was their duty to criticize it. But they worked together. I'm sorry, I will request the state government chief minister. Very sad that your party is working with BJP. And that BJP is showing the Kerala files a distorted stories. Even since few days ago, since now, the party nominated some stars nominated by BJP, funded by BJP. They came to Bengal also. And along with some distorted stories, the concocted stories, in a field, films, Bengal files.
केरळा फाईल्सच्या नावाखाली एका राज्याला तर बदनाम केलंच, पण तिथल्या महिला भगिनींना पण बदनाम केलं. आता आकडा ऑफिशियल येतोय 3